All right, so today we're going to continue working with solving systems by elimination, but we're going to kick it up a notch a little bit. So on this one, when you try to add the two equations together, nothing's going to cancel out, okay? And when that's the case, we have to do something special. So we're going to add one more step in here. First one, you still want your like terms. You want x's, y's, numbers lined up, which I like example 1, they are. Okay, but the issue here is when I go to add them, nothing goes away. So when you go to add and nothing goes away, what you need to do next is multiply by a number. So at least one letter is an opposite. Okay, so what I mean by that, you look at the first example, okay? If you add them, nothing goes away. So I want to multiply one of those equations, every single thing by a number to make one of the letters go away. When I look at that, if I were to multiply this top equation, everything by -3, it would cause me to have negative 3x plus 9y equals negative 24. And what's special about that is if I rewrite my second one, my x's are now opposites. So when I go and add them, the x's are gone. So negative 3x, positive 3x are gone. I'm left with 13y equals negative 13. And then from there, we solve. So if you divide each side by 13, we'll be left with y equaling a -1. And then you follow your same steps that we did the other day. So you need to go ahead and plug back into one of the originals to find x. So I'm going to go back to my top one. I got x minus 3 times -1 equals 8. X plus 3 equals 8. X equals 5. So our final answer here would be 5, -1. Okay, so it's pretty much like, it's very similar to what we did the other day. You just have to like multiply by something to get them to match up. So we're going to do a couple more, a little different on these, okay? So let's look at this top one right here. You look at them. If you add them together, nothing goes away. Okay, so since nothing goes away, I need to multiply by something. You got to figure out, okay, can I get the x's to match up or the y's? The easiest one to get to match up here would be the x's, and that would be by multiplying my bottom one by 2. So top, I didn't do a thing. Bottom, I'm going to get -6x plus 6y equals -18. We go ahead and add, so my x's are gone. My y is 2y, 6y, give me 8y. And then 2 plus a -18 gives me -16. Value side by 8, y is going to be -2. And then we do the same thing we did before. You go back to one of the originals. I'm going to go to my top one just because it may not be the easiest, but I'm going to do it. Gives me 6x plus 2 times -2 equals 2. So 6x minus 4 equals 2. 6x equals 6. X equals 1. So we get a solution of 1, -2 on that one. Remember, you could always check by plugging back in. Okay, last example I'm going to do on this video. Down here, you look at it, nothing matches up, nothing goes away, so I need to match them up somehow. I'm going to match them up by multiplying the top by a -2. Okay, I'm going to do -2, that way I have opposites on my x's. So you have -2x minus 2y equals -6. Down below, 2x plus 2y equals 4. You add, My x's are gone, my y's are gone, so I'm left with 0 equals negative 6 plus 4 is a negative 2. By this point, you know when the letters are gone, we have to ask ourselves, does it make sense? This does not make sense. 0 does not equal negative 2. So since they do not equal each other, we're going to say that there is no solution. And that is it for section 7.3.